for you. What do you want next? What is next for Meagan Good in life?
I want to travel. I want to direct more. I want to do more action. I want to create vehicles for little black girls to show themselves in completely different lights and help support that and uplift that. I don't know. I want to find my right house that I'm excited about, and maybe have a kid. You know, yeah.
Side of a marriage that did not work the way you thought.
Yeah,
It changes everything. It's painful. You know, I just bought a piece of property, first piece of property in the contract. Devon Franklin, an unmarried man. I might have well broken down because I never saw this moment. When we said I do, there was never a moment when we were thinking I don't. So to live in the I don't,
that's pain.
you don't know what it's like until you do.
Meagan Good just dropped a bomb. She's reportedly pregnant, and it's got Devon Franklin in an emotional spiral he clearly didn't see coming. This ain't just about moving on, it's emotional wreckage. Now let's rewind. This is the same Meagan Good who once told Devon she didn't even want kids. And now, she's out here possibly expecting a baby with Jonathan Majors, the same dude still tangled up in a whole bunch of legal drama and controversy. People close to Devon say he's not just caught off guard, he's deeply hurt. The kind of pain where you're up at 2 a.m. sending regretful texts and replaying every choice you made. Sure, Devon's been seen with a new woman lately, smiling for the cameras. But let's be honest, Meagan's baby news clearly touched a nerve he was trying to bury. And now, word on the street is he's reaching out again, looking for a second chance. It's got people wondering, was their breakup really what they claimed, or was there more going on behind closed doors? Because this sudden wave of emotion says there's unfinished business. And did you catch that little twist? Major mess? Yeah, that was no accident. Meagan's relationship with Jonathan Majors has been turning heads since day one. And if they're really having a baby together, it's only gonna make this whole saga explode even more. Meanwhile, Devon's social media has turned into a virtual cry for help. He's been dropping sad quotes, vague captions, and all kinds of emotional posts that don't exactly scream, "I've moved on." Fans are calling him out, saying it's obvious he's not over Meagan, not even close. Let's be real. What did he expect? Meagan and Jonathan have been glued at the hip for months now, and some say they're already married. Whether the baby news is official or not, one thing's for sure. Devon Franklin is not okay.
Just really wonderful. And yeah.
Did any friends advise you, like, he's in the middle of legal troubles, why don't you wait a beat? Why don't you wait to see how everything kind of shakes out?
Yeah, every friend advised me. But at the end of the day, one thing I know is I can always look myself in the mirror when I trust my spirit, when I trust God, when I ask God, and when I, move to the beat of my own drum. I can always look and say, okay, I'm proud of that. No matter whatever happens, I have peace in my heart and I have harmony in my heart. And it's only when I do something based on someone else saying, well, I think you should do this. And I take everyone I love opinion and advice into account for sure. But at the end of the day, I'm the one who has to live my life, and I'm the one who has to, get to heaven one day prayerfully and give God an account of what I did. And so I want to be responsible for the choices that I make. And I also want to live the life that I want to live.
So yeah, Meagan Good and Jonathan Majors have clearly locked in. They're committed, and despite all the public backlash, they've only gotten tighter. From the way they've been moving lately, it was just a matter of time before a baby got tossed into the mix. Allegedly, of course. Even though they've kept most of their romance low-key, both of them have been dropping hints for months. Subtle interview moments, slick Instagram captions, even flirty red carpet energy. It was all pointing in one direction. They were building something serious. Now, it looks like that family plan might actually be unfolding, and Devon Franklin's reaction? Whew, it says everything. This ain't just a regular, oh wow, surprise. This is full-on heartbreak. It's not just that Meagan might be expecting, it's that she's giving another man the very thing she told Devon she didn't want. A child. That kind of hit hurts different. And now it's all playing out publicly. A few days ago, Jonathan Majors posted a cute little workout video with Meagan. Something they've done before, right? They've been using these couple gym sessions to show off their chemistry and subtly push their brand. But this time, this one had the internet buzzing. Why? Because fans spotted something that wasn't there before. Meagan looked like she was rocking a tiny little bump, Not obvious, but enough to have people zooming in and speculating. And it didn't help that Jonathan was low-key gassing her up during the video, casually slipping in a comment that hinted at her being pregnant, like it was just some regular info drop. The internet didn't miss a beat. Fans clocked it immediately, calling it a soft launch for the pregnancy. No official statement, no big reveal, just a sneaky little nod that sent social media into full-on chaos mode. And let's be real, the timing couldn't be messier, especially with Devon spiraling the way he is right now. Now look, something felt off between Meagan and Jonathan in that recent video, like some unspoken tension, or maybe just shock from the public reaction. But if you peep closely, this pregnancy doesn't seem like some random surprise. It's looking planned. Meagan's been dropping baby hints for a minute now, and she ain't exactly been quiet about it.
I know I want to be a mom.
You do?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely, yeah.
Like, is
Yeah.
that something you've always known, or did you come to that?
I've come to that.
Was there something that happened? Was there like did you see a baby, you were holding a baby, and you were like, uh-oh, the feeling that people talk about is happening?
I think it's more, because even my sister will tell you, like, when she got pregnant with my first nephew, she was like, I had to tell you something. I was like, okay, what? She's like, you can be her. We actually had this moment somewhere else, but just tell me you're pregnant. I'm gonna tell you my response.
Okay, so Meg, I gotta tell you something.
What?
So, we're pregnant, you're gonna be an auntie, I'm gonna have a baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow, you're pregnant.
Yes, I'm pregnant.
Why? Right now? Wow, Caesar, wait, wow.
Did you say why, or did you?
Be able to do anything. That was my response.
You did not say why.
I said right now.
Right. But we have so
Meanwhile,
many
she was
plans.
like 33. But I will say, I think even that put me back a little bit, because I was like, ooh, that's a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But I think even now, I'm just super ready, because I think there was a fear that life would turn into Groundhog's Day. And I think now, honestly, in huge part to Jonathan, because I knew I wanted to be a mom before Jonathan. I knew I was about ready before Jonathan.
Yep.
But I'm like ready right now because I have so much fun with him, and because I know that it's not gonna become Groundhog's Day. I know that me and him are gonna be backpacking over here, and we're gonna be over here producing this movie that I might be directing and he might be producing, or he might be starring, and our kids are gonna be with us in Africa, wherever it is. But I just know that even if we're not moving around a lot, that the way that we move, I really, really love. And the way that we do life, I really, really love.
And that your tribe will go with you.
Yes, and
You know what I
even
mean?
if we don't go anywhere, it's just the texture of what the quality of life looks like.
Yeah.
It is.
Right after she finalized her divorce from Devon Franklin, it was like she flipped a whole switch. While she was still married to Devon, she kept it solid. No kids, not part of the vision. She said it loud and clear, multiple times. But fast forward to post-divorce Meagan, and suddenly she's talking about building a family, embracing motherhood, and moving into a new chapter with no hesitation. In one interview not long after the split, Meagan was glowing. She said straight up that motherhood was on her radar. She looked confident, excited, and honestly, free. That vibe was different, like she was finally stepping into who she really wanted to be. Then came another sit-down, this time with Scott Evans just a few weeks ago, and Meagan did not hold back. She made it crystal clear. She's ready for motherhood, 100%. And what really got fans talking? The way she casually dropped that she and Jonathan were already in that phase of actively trying. This wasn't no someday I'll think about it moment. Meagan was locked in, like she had mapped out her next move and was charging full speed ahead. And now, here we are. Whether it's officially confirmed or not, the signs are all there. A little Meagan or baby Majors could be on the way. The glow, the body language, the energy. It's all saying the same thing. But not everyone's cheering from the sidelines. Because Devon Franklin? Oh, he's definitely not vibing with this. He hasn't said her name directly, but the passive-aggressive posts, the cryptic quotes, the moody silence, it's giving hurt feelings and regret. Word on the street is, Devon's still in love with Meagan. Not just in a remember the good times way, but the I'm trying to get you back kind of love. Sources are saying he's been making quiet moves behind the scenes, trying to convince her that their story ain't over. He's apparently telling folks that just because she's expecting doesn't mean their chapter has to close forever. It's giving full-on Boys II Men energy. I'm down on bended knee, trying to rewind time and fix what broke. But let's keep it real. Meagan's moved all the way on. She's building her life, making bold choices, and doing things her way now. And no matter what Devon's hoping for, it looks like she's already written him out of her next chapter. So the real question is, why won't Devon just fall back? Well, things are heating up fast, because now insiders say he's stepping it up a notch. Word is, Devon's not just upset, he's on a whole mission. Allegedly, he's been trying to convince Meagan that Jonathan Majors is not the kind of man she should be raising a child with. And he ain't just throwing shade, he's coming with receipts. According to sources, Devon's been digging up stats and studies, especially ones about how domestic violence situations often begin, or get worse, during pregnancy. He's reportedly using Jonathan's past legal drama as proof, pointing at those DV allegations that are still very fresh in the public's mind. Word on the curb is that Devon's been warning Meagan that this pregnancy might be the start of something real dangerous, and he's trying to pull her away from Jonathan before it's too late. Now here's the twist. Is Devon doing all this out of genuine concern, or is this just leftover heartbreak talking? That's the part that's got fans split. Some think he's just a man still caught up in his feelings, while others say he's just looking out. Drop your take in the comments. But if we're keeping it a buck, Devon's concerns aren't coming from nowhere. Let's not act brand new. Jonathan does have a very public history with DV allegations. When he and Meagan first started linking up, he was still caught up in legal drama with his ex, Grace Jabari, who claimed he got physical with her. The news hit while the case was still unfolding, and their relationship had people instantly talking. Some folks were happy for them, saying Jonathan had finally found his Coretta and hoping Meagan was getting her peace after the divorce. But a lot of fans, they were side-eyeing the whole thing, wondering why she'd walk straight into chaos right after freeing herself from a marriage that many felt held her back. Now, Jonathan did deny the allegations, made public statements, and tried to shut the drama down. But just when things started to cool off, boom! Voice recordings from the case popped back up and went viral. That flipped the whole narrative again, and suddenly everyone was watching with a whole new level of concern. In the now infamous clip, Jonathan Majors could be heard straight up admitting that he laid hands on Grace Jabari and physically hurt her. The internet exploded. Whatever doubt people might have had vanished in seconds. That audio was the smoking gun for a lot of folks, and it instantly flipped the whole narrative on its head. And then, bam, Jonathan and Meagan went and announced their engagement right after all that mess dropped. Social media lost its mind. People were calling it out immediately, saying it felt like Jonathan was using Meagan as some kind of PR shield to clean up the mess from his public image. And honestly, the optics were not great, especially when reports started coming out that Meagan was the one picking up the tab for basically everything. Not just dinner dates, we're talking big money moves. According to the Jasmine brand, Meagan allegedly shelled out $75,000 for their dog's elite level training. That's right, $75,000 for the dog whisperer experience? Like, what? And if you thought that was wild, buckle up because it gets messier. One source even claimed that Meagan has been covering child support payments for Jonathan's daughter. Yes, he apparently has a whole daughter that a lot of people didn't even know existed, and Meagan, who's not even the mother, is allegedly footing the bill. Now look, covering your man's bills is one thing, but paying child support for a kid that's not yours? That's not just love, that's a full-blown sponsorship. It's giving serious financial rescue mission vibes. But wait, there's more. That same insider says Meagan might be draining her savings just to keep Jonathan afloat. Word is, she's been handling so many of his expenses that it's starting to seriously affect her own finances. They're saying if she keeps going like this, she might not even be able to pay her mortgage. And here's the part that stings the most. Meagan didn't walk into this blind. People close to her allegedly tried to warn her from the jump. In an interview she did on the Today Show with Jenna and Friends, Meagan admitted that nearly everyone in her inner circle raised major red flags about Jonathan. But despite all the warnings, it looks like she chose to ride for him anyway. And now it might be costing her big time. Even Megan's own family and people in the industry reportedly pulled her aside and told her flat out, Jonathan Majors was a walking red flag. They warned her, begged her to fall back. But nope. Meagan chose to stick beside him and fight for their love, no matter how messy it looked from the outside. And while Jonathan was out here making headlines for all the wrong reasons, spiraling in public, Meagan kept it cute. She stayed low-key, booked, busy, and focused on her next chapter. She wasn't out here clapping back or getting messy. She was just living her best life while her silence spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Devon Franklin? He was getting dragged left and right. Folks were calling him out for being all in his feelings, posting cryptic captions, and basically doing the most while Meagan didn't even mention him. She looked unbothered, until things really got complicated. Because the second Meagan got serious with Jonathan, boom, the energy shifted. His legal problems, the DV allegations, and his whole controversial rep made people hit the brakes. Fans who had once cheered Meagan on post-divorce were now raising eyebrows, wondering why she'd link up with someone so publicly problematic. And now that she might be pregnant with his child, things are officially messy. Devon, Mr. I've moved on and healed, is allegedly back in the picture, trying to swoop in and offer support. Sources say he's trying to be there for Meagan, maybe even rekindle what they once had, while still being married to someone else. Like, what is going on? Now we've got a love triangle that no one saw coming. Devon's heartbroken, hanging around in the shadows. Jonathan's neck deep in scandal but trying to start a family. And Meagan, she's right in the middle, trying to navigate a storm between who she was and who she's becoming. It's an emotional chess match. One man wants to rewrite the past, the other's already locked in her future. And there could be a baby on the way. But here's the big question. Is Devon really fighting for love? Or is this just a pride move because he's losing? Meagan's already writing her next chapter, and he might have shown up way too late. Ooh, this drama's heating up fast, and we're definitely not done yet. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Juice Alert for the next drop. You won't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.